Amy Skaya with Cincy Chic, and I'm standing here with Sue Bell. She's an attorney at Coors & Bassett, the official law firm of Cincy Chic, and she specializes in labor and employment law. So tell me, Sue, what is that?
Well, employment law deals with navigating all the various federal and state laws that are out there that control employment issues. And we work with our clients to try to make sure that they are aware of these policies, that they have effective policies in place, and that they are in compliance with all of these laws. However, should something come up that they need, an issue comes up, then we're there to help represent them.
Well, speaking of issues, what are some of the issues that are encompassed under labor and employment law?
Well, there are a number of them, but some of the most common would be discrimination suits based on age or sex or gender, disability, and in some locations, sexual orientation, wage issues, discipline, termination, leave of absence, those types of things. In addition, there are some labor issues that, although labor law has taken sort of a backseat over the last few years, they are kind of creeping back to the forefront with things like card check and social media.
Absolutely. Social media affects everything.
It sure does.
Yeah, and one of the things that Coors & Bassett really specializes in is small and medium-sized businesses. Tell me about some of the things that affect them in particular.
Well, again, the first thing that we try to do is make sure that they are in compliance and that they have effective policies in place. And should an issue come up, then we're there to help represent them. Most of these issues have to do with a former employee or a current employee who it feels that they have been subject to discrimination, or that they maybe were the subject of a wrongful termination. Other issues are wage disputes, issues over leaves of absence, for example, under the Family Medical Leave Act, or an extended leave of absence for medical reasons. We also help our business clients with some other employment-related issues, which would include workers' compensation, unemployment benefits, and just employee benefits in general.
And one of the things you really help with is preventing some of these issues by laying out an employee handbook, and that's something you help with, right?
Absolutely. One of the most important things is to make sure that your handbook is designed specifically for your business, not just the type of business, but also the size of business. One thing that you really want to try to avoid is one of these inexpensive canned handbooks, because it may be more harmful than it is helpful. Because it is definitely not designed for your specific, not let alone industry, but your specific business and the size of your business. So the first thing you want to do is contact an employment attorney, and they will get you started.
Absolutely, and not just any attorney. You want to call the attorneys at Coors & Bassett, because they actually have one of the most rich histories of labor law experience, which is unique for Cincinnati.
It is. Our labor division is almost 50 years old. And that used to be a very significant part of Coors & Bassett's business. But with the advent of increasing numbers of employment laws and the kind of falling off influence of unions and kind of a lessening of their numbers, employment law has taken a bigger piece of that. We have done such things as negotiate labor agreements. We have tried various types of cases, unfair labor practice, for example, election disputes, before the NLRB and also in front of the federal courts. We have arbitrated labor disputes. So lots of those types of issues, if they should come up, we're here for that. But even though labor law is a smaller piece of our business, it's starting to come back, like I mentioned before, with the advent of social media and card check and things like that. One thing that most employers are not aware of is the fact that even though they don't have a union, some pieces of the National Labor Relations Act does apply to them.
Very interesting. You're just a wealth of knowledge, and if you'd like to learn more about Sue and the other attorneys at Coors & Bassett, visit their website to learn more.